sometime.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hola, amigos, and welcome to Mark Out Mania.
Yeah.
I'm Pedro Boy, aka Dro, aka Texan Spaniard, and we've got Jim House, the extreme James Sorno, back from New York City. He's back from the New York flood.
3.5 weeks of NYC, 3.5 weeks of being back home. I never thought I missed sunny Florida, let me tell you. Brutal. I got flooded out, I got frozen out, I got heated out. It was an adventure to say the least.
Come visit me in January. You'll be like, yeah,
I know,
I'm never leaving Florida again.
And,
I don't think I need 3 feet of snow, Zeus. I'm good.
Whoa. What's that? It's a god of thunder. Zeus King Dark. How are you?
I am great today. Thank you for asking. I really fucking am. I'm fucking fan.
Already, B. Brian Bell, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, let's see. The boys
Yeah.
are back in town. The boys are back in town. Rumor has it Mark Out Mania will be on NXT.
The next Tuesday on TV. Yeah, I'm saying everybody and their mother's on NXT. Why not Mark Out Mania?
Yeah, I meant for it to be a surprise, but we're all going to. I'm joking.
I'm gonna have a match with Tiffany Stratton.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I want to get my coach jealous. Okay.
Oh my god. Hey.
Oh my god. B. Brian Bell was good, buddy.
I heard some rumor that maybe the Undertaker might even show up on Tuesday. I'm like, what?
They did a gong. Yeah, they were doing all the people who were showing up because I was watching SmackDown last night, and they said John Cena and Oscar fighting Roxanne Perez and Paul Heyman and this, that, and there, and then as the thing is fading out, you heard the Undertaker's gong.
Brian Bell said, "Why is James doing the Big Daddy V on Stratton?" No, no.
Brutal. Yeah, I mean, it could be worse. I could be doing the Yeti.
Oh no.
Oi.
No.
Oi.
So James, you had an epic adventure in New York. What can you tell us without getting us kicked off the air?
Okay, 3.5 weeks back in my hometown in New York City. The weather was crazy. It was like 50 degrees and windy and rainy one day, 85 the next. We got flooded out. I was stuck in the house for about 2.5 days. Couldn't leave because if you walked out your front door, you stepped into a lake.
How deep did the water get out there?
Luckily, where my ex-wife is, it's more higher ground, so it's not as bad as some parts of Staten Island. But like a lot of Brooklyn was shut down. Like half of Staten Island was all shut down. I would say about at least like 2 feet of water, 3 feet of water.
Oh wow!
I mean, it really got bad in a lot of places. I mean, it was horrible. I mean,
it looked. I saw some clips on the news. It just looked.
Did you see the subway? That shit looked like it was underwater swimming. I mean, like a fucking Aquaman over here. How you living? It was brutal, man. Forget about it. And then the airports were a mess. I mean, my flight got pushed back. Then it got delayed. Then it got canceled. Then I couldn't get another flight. So I was like, the hell with it. And then I thought I was gonna have to get and then I thought I was gonna have to stay another week. Yeah, because another torrential downpour was coming in. But thankfully it didn't rain as hard. And it was sunny the day before I left, so it kind of fixed things up. But all in all, I would say it was a good visit. It was productive as I saw him. Like I saw my doctors and stuff, new doctor and surgeon. But I'll save that story for another day. That's the thing I wanted to get to in New York is that, as a homegrown New Yorker myself, I understand attitude and you think you know it all. As a New Yorker, they basically thinks they know it all. So I'm in discussions with my ex-wife's fucking nephew, who thinks he's a fucking wrestling guy where he's a pissant. Okay, he's trying to tell me all these things, how AEW is the greatest thing since sliced bread, and he's trying to tell us. He's trying to tell me shit that back in our heyday, I was wrong. All of us were wrong. This happened. This didn't happen. That was conspiracy theory. It was like, I give you a perfect example. The whole thing about the collision in Korea. He said, the original plan was for Ric Flair to go over on Antonio Inoki. No,
that's never going to happen.
No, dickwad. The original plan wasn't for even Ric Flair to be in there. It was supposed to be Hulk Hogan against Antonio Inoki, which he didn't know. And Flair was never going to go over on Inoki.
No, nobody was going to go over on Inoki in Korea.
Thank you. And then he was telling me that the Attitude Era was a whole thing cooked up by Vince because he wanted to stay on the USA Network. I said no. The whole thing was ECW taken to the next level. That's exactly what it was, because they copied a lot of shit that ECW did. Okay, right. Everybody bitched them on when they crucified the Sandman, right? But yeah, so fucking 6 months later, Vince McMahon did it with fucking Steve Austin and The Undertaker, and everybody, that's incredible TV.
Hey, you remember when they had the Giant come out with smoking a cigarette?
Yeah, exactly.
That was so ridiculous too, because he's such a giant dude, and it's like it just looked like a weird white toothpick. It's like or a little kid's candy cigarette.
He was telling me that the best looking belt today is the AEW Women's Championship, and nothing beats it. And it's the best looking belt in the past 30 years.
Okay,
you ain't lying, Zeus. I wanted to drop kick him in the ankles.
Are you sure this wasn't Lux you were talking to?
I know. I could have sworn I thought it was. And I was like, this guy, and he keeps running his mouth, and I'm like, you don't know dick. I said, well, what was the last wrestling match, actual match you went to, card you went to? Oh, I've never been to one. What?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
I've been going to wrestling matches when you were swimming in your daddy's nuts, okay? I don't want to hear your bullshit. This guy, and he never went to a single match in his life.
Wow.
I think you have some balls to talk.
Oh, that's funny.
I just, fucking dealing with stupidity. And then I stopped watching wrestling, and all hell breaks loose. Edge goes to AEW, and people are losing their fucking mind. Oh, he betrayed WWE. How could he do that to Vince?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, okay? If you want to pay, I worked for Macy's for 20 fucking years. If Saks Fifth Avenue wants to pay me more money to do less to put their store over, guess what? I'm going over to put their store over. Okay?
Fuck,
you know what I'm saying? Fuck that. You pay me, I got to work less. I don't got to do shit. All I got to do is stand in the middle and put the company over? Sure, why not? Pay me.
This just in, Montgomery Ward making a comeback, throwing money James' way.
People are like, he betrayed Vince. No, he didn't. Vince is not even a majority owner of the company anymore, number one. Two, his contract was up. It's like Brady going to the Tampa Bay Bucks. It's the same shit.
Well, there was really nothing more for Edge to do in the WWE.
He wasn't going to get pushed anymore, Pedro. He wasn't. His age, his injuries. I mean, come on, man. He's not going to get pushed like that anymore. He knows that. You know?
I mean, and now AEW's collection of people with spinal stenosis who could potentially die in any random bump just
I'm surprised him and
increases.
Sting can have a fucking spine match. You know?
Throw Soraya in there.
Yeah,
Paige, throw Paige in there.
yeah. Have a three-way dance.
Maybe
Have an
don't throw
artificial.
Paige in there.
Have a three-way dance. Have an artificial spine hiding from the ring. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. You know, it's like ridiculous. People losing their shit. How can he do that to Vince? And Vince gave him all these chances. He put him in the Hall of Fame. And
like, look now, literally, like, if you want to call anybody like somebody that did them dirty was really like Jeff Jarrett, and they still let him back.
Exactly.
Let him back, put him in the Hall of Fame. What the hell?
And he did the company dirty, not Edge.
Right.
I mean,
You
you want
know?
to talk about people being traitorous to a company or companies. Imagine you've got New Japan and Ring of Honor going to bat, pulling all these strings to help you pull off this show in 2018. And, the Ring of Honor using the Sinclair ties to get you the pay-per-view stuff, and New Japan lending you talents and using their CMLL connections and this connections to get you talents for your super show. You pull this big crowd. They're thinking, oh, you're going to pay us back by bringing us more attention. This whole all-in thing's going to get us more attention. But no, you go and start a whole company and you abandon New Japan and Ring of Honor, and then you act like they're the bad guys. So,
Yeah.
So, and then, not for nothing, Pedro. Back in the Monday Night Wars days, how many people jump ship all the fucking time?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just part of wrestling. People leaving
It's
places
it's
and
part of
stuff.
wrestling. I mean, the guy's contract was up. They said they weren't going to renew it. So, and not for nothing. Okay, fine. You know what? You want to throw me a retirement party? Cool. Peace. Oh, look at this guy over here. He's going to throw me a shitload of money. Well, you're an idiot. I'll take your money and your cocaine, and I'll go on your TV, and I'll put
No.
over your company.
Let's
That's
not insinuate Edge is going to take cocaine. Come on.
No, they'll probably sell it.
Dude.
And then people losing their shit. The fucking Dirty Dom wins the title, loses the title, wins it back, and then Ilya Dragunov's the new NXT champion. He beat Carmelo Hayes. I mean, but people going crazy, gaga. The fucking Becky Lynch and.
Oh, did you see the gash that Becky Lynch got in her arm?
I actually
That's
got
fucking
fucked up.
nasty. That gash
Yeah.
is nasty as fuck.
I mean, I don't know what's going on. I stopped watching wrestling for 3.5 weeks, and the whole world ends.
I can tell you what Zeus and I watched that you missed out on.
Oh, this is fucking terrible.
Psycho Clown versus El Hijo del Wagner Jr.
Why are you watching anything Psycho Clown in the first place? Why?
I was just curious.
Why, Pedro?
about it.
Why?
I don't know.
Well,
It's just
I wanted to. I mean, I wanted to see, Ehud, Dr. Wagner Jr. get
Right.
a little revenge,
That's fair enough. Right.
a little revenge
Right.
for his dad. And it's
Right.
funny. You were you watching that with us too, James? When Dr. Wagner Jr. got unmasked at that Triple Mania?
Yeah.
I mean, there was a whole bunch of it. I think
Yeah.
that was one of our last big,
yeah.
watch along things.
That's the whole shit with Sexy Stone. Yeah.
I think that was a different
But that was a different
year,
one?
but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
2017 and 2018 Triple Manias. There's like a whole bunch of us watching it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Dante Inferno streamed it on his Twitch channel, and we were all watching it. So.
That's the one where he got unmasked, right? Or no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
One
think
of
you're
those,
right,
I
Zeus.
think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We'll look
That was
at it.
before, yeah.
But we also watched, several of those, you know.
But you can't watch Psycho Clown and expect anything decent.
No.
Well,
Come on.
Zeus, it was weird because remember the first 7 minutes or so, they were doing a lot of wrestling, like actual wrestling.
It was actually
Yeah,
wrestling
I
for
know.
Psycho Clown?
I had the under on how long it was going to take them to start ripping each other's masks off, and it took quite a few minutes for that to get started.
Yeah. After about 7 minutes, the mask ripping started and away they went. It was 2017 was when Psycho Clown beat Dr. Wagner Jr. for his
Okay.
mask.
Now, I know we touched on it earlier, but somebody explained to me this this Brian Danielson fake G1 match with Gumby, Zack Sabre Jr. It was supposed to be a dream match of some sort.
Yes. Meltzer said that this is going to be one of the most important matches for generations to come. They will be like rewatching it to study it and all this stuff.
Oh, it's Flair Steamboat now. Okay, all right, gotcha. Okay, cool.
With no other reason for them to wrestle each other than the fact that they
it's a dream match
wrestled each other.
Look, right. So there was nothing. It was a fake G1 match. It was like they were in the G1. That's what happened.
If it is AEW. Okay, if we're going to be honest about this, if this is AEW, if it's a pay-per-view, if it's any show, because they've had a string of shows, right? They had the All In, then they had All Out a week later, then they had like
Wrestle Dream,
another Wrestle Dream,
up, right?
And now they're going to have Title Tuesday coming up. It's just an excuse to have a collection of matches. There's no the fans insist that there's storylines going on. There is no stories going on. There's just some quickly put together setups for a collection of matches to go down. So that's just what they do.
Now, I haven't read anything because I've been staying away from, because the only thing I read was the whole thing with Edge, and people were just getting me upset about, that he betrayed him. So now, how about the Jade Cargill signing by WWE? Has it been a positive reaction or has it been negative?
Well, it's been exactly the same thing with Edge, except you flip it. So AEW, most, I won't say all, but there's been a lot of AEW fans that are mad about it, and then of course every WWE fan that's been shitting on her for the last 2 years is all like, "Oh, she's going to become a huge star now."
I mean,
wasn't her contract up too?
But I mean, before there was a lot of people. Oh, she wouldn't hack it, and she couldn't hack it in WWE.
I am sticking to my guns that she is incredibly awful in the ring. Yep. I mean, my position hasn't changed. She's terrible in the ring. Her look is great. She's so shockingly unathletic for someone who looks like that. I've mentioned it how many times on this show. How
she's no Bianca Belair, that's for sure. No.
Well, yeah, I mean, she looks like she should be, right? And she's just not. Right. I mean, she could barely lift people, and you're like, but you got all these muscles. What's going on? Like, why can't you lift people?
She's all show and no go.
Yeah,
but I mean, you saw her live, James. You know better than we do.
It was not pretty. It was not pretty.
She's not good. But now, currently, if we're being honest, it never mattered less if you're good in the ring than it does
especially
right now.
In WWE, right? Especially in WWE.
Anywhere. This bullshit rep that the people throw out there about AEW, they just do a bunch of dumb bullshit. They're not doing anything good in the ring. There's no good in ring.
Wasn't his situation the same as Edge though? I said her contract was up and AEW didn't want to resign her, right?
No, I think her situation is different because it sounded the rumors and stuff and what she's saying in interviews seems to insinuate that she was looking to raise her star profile and she realized that WWE is the best way to do that.
Ah, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, the rumor is she wants to go into movies down the road, so this is like the step towards that. So, but I mean, it doesn't matter if she's good or not in the ring. The WWE can do whatever with anyone, as we know. So, I mean, it may work out, it may not work out. It's like anyone.
I mean, they got Dirty Dom over.
Yeah, but even if he's not even if he's not great in the ring, he's gotten really good with the character bits and stuff.
Yeah, he did. Well, a lot of that goes to Rhea Ripley too.
Right.
You know, who? I'm sorry. Outside of Roman Reigns, I think she's the biggest star of the company.
Yeah, it seems that way.
I mean, actually, who do you want to see more? It's fuck Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. No.
Cody Rhodes pretty over, it seems. But
Yeah,
although he seems to be losing
he's over,
momentum,
but I'd rather see Rhea Ripley than
momentum
Cody
a little
Rhodes.
bit,
Yeah,
You
but I
know?
mean, if you're talking about the fans there, they're all in for Cody. There's no
Yeah,
doubt.
they are. They are.
I mean, they
But put
really
the fucking
are.
belt on him already. Cut the bullshit.
Well, I mean, if he's lucky, they'll run it back at WrestleMania.
Zeus, how long? Yeah, but how long are you going to drag that out? I mean, Roman doesn't even show up on TV anymore.
They main evented Rock and Cena 2 years in a row.
yeah.
That is true. That is true. That
Brian
is
Bell
true.
said he read some minor rumors Jade may be with Lashley and the Profits. I could see it, maybe.
Okay.
But
Okay.
what
was
that?
that?
He said he read some rumors that Jade may be put with Lashley and the Profits.
Sure, why not?
So they're going to keep her as Jade Cargill, right? They're not going to change their name to something stupid.
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with the name. Sound like she is going to the main roster.
Mastodon.
The Mastodon.
Yeah, I remember
The
that.
Mastodon is-
It's the Mastodon. He was a world champion.
Like,
Everybody knows him.
Vince, I just use that metaphorically. He's a great big fucking guy. I don't mean that we need to put tusks in a trunk on his nose.
Yeah, you fucking big Van Vader, for Christ's sake. Let him be. Jesus.
There's a pay-per-view tonight.
Yeah, it's paid.
Fastlane.
Fastlane. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm looking at the card. You got Finn Balor and Damian Priest defending the tag titles against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Latino World Order, Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, and Carlito versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Yeah.
No way. Did they finally got something for him to do outside of catering? Nice.
They probably forgot he was there.
Probably. Or they probably, well, yeah.
I mean, there's so many people that stuck in catering. Hell, it's like
a triple threat match for the women's title. Io Shirai defends against Asuka and Charlotte Flair.
Haven't we seen this match before?
No, you're thinking of Bianca Belair versus Asuka and Charlotte Flair. Let's hope it turns out better than that one did. Holy moly.
That was a cluster.
Seth Rollins defends the world heavyweight title, the quote-unquote world heavyweight title against Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match.
I say pull the trigger, put the strap on Shinsuke.
And never going to happen. And then John Cena and LA Knight against Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa.
Last night of SmackDown was kind of fun. It's because you had the Judgment Day and the Bloodline get together. They were about to beat up fucking LA Knight, and now comes John Cena, and it's still like that they're outnumbered. And then all of a sudden, here comes Jey Uso and fucking Cody Rhodes. So it's kind of cool how they ended the show last night. I'm like, all right, so the build-up to a pay-per-view. Look at this. An old-fashioned build-up. Wow, look at that. Cohesive storyline. What's going on over here? Like, I'm shocked. And it's lasting for more than a week. Look at this.
I was reading. Somebody reported that that contract negotiations were kind of bogged down at one point for LA Knight to re-sign because he wanted more money.
Really?
Yeah.
He's really trying to get paid, huh?
But that was a couple weeks ago, and I hadn't heard anything since. So
That's another thing. I had a discussion with my ex-wife's fucking idiot nephew. He said, "L.A. Knight just came in and he just started doing The Rock and Stone Cold. Okay, he never did that before." I'm like, "You idiot! When he was Eli Drake in TNA, he was doing the same exact shit. He was doing the same exact shit in NWA Power. He's been doing the same exact shit for the past 15 fucking years."
I just wanted to check this one out. I'm gonna.
Zeus signing autographs.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He's been doing the same exact thing for the past 15 years. This is nothing new. He's just doing it on a WWE stage.
It's totally brand new. We lost Zeus. James, you should know by now. Okay. The first time that people encounter something is the first time it ever existed or happened.
I'm saying, Pedro, He was like, "Oh, he's never done that before." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I remember when he was in the ring with the Hardys in TNA. He was doing that shit. Yeah. He was doing it back then. I mean, come on. I can't.
Although to be fair, I can't blame someone if something happened in TNA or Impact and they're like, this I never saw it before when no one watched it, so it's understandable. It's understandable to think it never happened.
Yeah, but Eli Drake's been around forever. It's not like he's new.
Yeah, I know he's been around a long while.
Yeah, I mean, hello.
You know what's interesting? Years ago, I'm not even making this up. Years ago, Brian Bell, if you're still out there, years ago he told me that Eli Drake could be a big deal one day. He was like showing me clips from TNA, and he was like, "Oh, this guy could be a big deal," and I was like, "Yeah, maybe."
He doesn't do anything that like he'll get hurt on ring wise. All his moves, he keeps it basic and simple.
Yeah.
Like he'll pull out a move here and there. He'll do a reverse neck breaker here and there, but he doesn't do anything that will kill himself. I mean, not for nothing, but for 40 years old, he's in fantastic shape. Okay, I mean, come on. I mean, let the guy get paid.
Brian Bell said it's also fine that Drake Knight has taken from icons of the past because lots of stars of the past did it.
Exactly. Be Brian Bell, exactly. That's the same thing I told my ex-wife. I said, first of all, everybody in wrestling steals from everybody, okay? The fucking Rock stole Jabroni from the Iron Sheik. Ric Flair stole his gimmick from Buddy Rogers, and so on and so on and so on. Hulk Hogan and fucking Scott Steiner are all fucking superstar Billy Graham. It's everything is recycled in wrestling. Nobody's original. I mean, come on. You want to look at Dominic Mysterio and fucking Rhea Ripley is Eddie Guerrero in China. I mean, come on.
I mean, except Rhea Ripley is like so much more charisma than
China ever brought to the table. Yeah, I mean, I mean, again, outside of Roman Reigns, I think she's the biggest thing in the company.
Yeah. Rocker stole from Rock and Roll Express.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it goes on and on.
I mean, come on. It goes on and on and on. So I don't want to hear it. Oh, he stole that bullshit. I mean, come on, stop. He stole that. I'm sorry. All this pent up frustration is dealing with an idiot.
Right. Yeah, I mean, people just don't. How he's young, right? So I mean, he's
not that young, Pedro. He's like in his 30s. He's not that young.
They're saying now that the 30s is almost like just a continuation of the 20s.
He's in his 30s, but he acts like he's still breastfeeding. 20s
like a continuation of the teens.
I'm saying, man, he acts like he's still breastfeeding at 32. I mean, come on, because you're an idiot.
You know
how are you gonna say all that shit and then say, "Oh, I never been to a wrestling match"? Yeah. And shut the fuck up.
When how long has he been watching wrestling?
He says he's been watching wrestling all his life.
That's impossible then.
That's what I said. Yeah,
Is he making WWE money? Yes, that's all that matters. Yeah. You
yeah,
know, James, you're mentioning about the moves that LA Knight does.
yeah.
What you do in the ring has never mattered less, like I was saying, than it
No,
does right
I
now.
totally agree, Pedro.
It
I
just doesn't
totally
matter.
agree. No,
We're
yeah,
not
you're
we're
right.
not we're not going to get good matches anymore. The
No,
people who deluding themselves, like, they don't understand. One, the young people, I understand they're ignorant. I'm not trying to be mean. They're ignorant. They don't know. They didn't grow up watching like good
right.
stuff, so they just don't know.
And they're being fed mediocrity. That's it.
Yeah, and like their idea of what's good is just a bunch of like kinetic activity, basically. Like it's just a lot of people flipping
900 flips
around
and
and jumping and
7,000
this and
super
this and this
kicks. Yeah.
and just stuff, and people sort of patting themselves on the back. Did you see what I did? Did you see what I did? And it's
And
like,
fuck
oh
the
my
Young
god,
Bucks.
no, thank you, I pass. But yeah, and James, if you find yourself and they say your doctor's last name is Jackson, you should probably run. You'd be like, no.
Sorry,
Uh,
Miss Jackson. Ooh.
Oh, okay, that's different. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
No,
Miss
but you're
Jackson, if
right.
you're nasty.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I don't.
But yeah, I
No, but you're
mean,
right, Pedro. You're right. It doesn't. They're
it
being
doesn't
fed.
matter.
Right. It doesn't matter. That's why. Do I think do I think Jay Cargill's going to be in WWE? I think she is in a way, and you know what? She doesn't have to improve in the ring. It's because she hasn't improved in the ring since she got into the business. So it doesn't.
Well,
At this point, it doesn't matter anymore.
I
It
think
doesn't.
the only thing I'll say is she is at a level of bad
Don't
where
limit her
sometimes
skill set.
she's at a level of bad where she trips over her own feet, so she needs to improve to a little
No, no, no,
bit, a
no,
little
Pedro.
bit, but
I think the WWE is going to limit her move set. Here are
yeah,
5 moves you're going to do, and that's it.
yeah, you know
Do
that
A,
that
B,
was a
C, D, E, you're done. Don't do anything else.
you are alluding to something, James. There was a problem, I think, in AEW where, because she didn't, her training was on television. Like she didn't
Right,
have training, like training. Her training was on television.
right.
And so a lot of times they're like, "Hey, let's practice this move." So you have someone who doesn't know how to do these moves, and they're like just having her go through these routines. Like, well, we sort of got it. Let's just go for it on the air. That's like the environment she was working in. And so, yeah, what you're right. Now they'll be like, okay, you can only do 5 things. Okay, that's it. You just do these
Yeah,
5 things.
that's it.
Don't worry about. You don't have to take an Alabama slamma jamma flip a Rooney. So
Right, right.
you just do these 5 things. That's it. And you just
That's
work
it.
your character thing. You just be
Right,
that bitch or whatever
right.
her deal was.
That's
Wasn't
it.
that one of
Yeah,
her deals, like being that bitch
yeah.
or something like
Yeah,
that? I
just
don't know.
flex her fucking stomach muscles, her 8-pack, and that's it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
know?
mean, she looks great, so she should
She
like
looks
do
like $1
well.
billion, Pedro.
Yeah.
She looks like $1 billion. But
Uh,
I mean, but doesn't mean dick. I mean, at least you know. I remember you remember when Raquel Gonzalez first started? We were like, oh my gosh, she has a great look, but her ring work was brutal. And then she actually got better in the ring. She actually learned and progressed.
the,
There's been no progression with Cargill. Nothing.
Pedro Boyd now translates for James. when he says Raquel got better, he means her gear got better. That
She got better.
that cake
No.
that cake in the back got shown more. Yeah.
No, but she got better in the ring from the first time she showed up. Because all she did was kick everybody in the head.
Do you remember when she beat Io Shirai for the NXT women's title?
Yeah.
Io Shirai had to like basically do the whole match for
Yeah,
her in a way.
Pedro, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
but the thing with that is one thing leading someone through a match, but the person has to be able to be led, and she was able to
Right.
be led. So yeah, it's like with Bianca Belair, the WrestleMania match she had with Sasha Banks. Sasha
Yeah.
Banks led her by the hand that entire match. And
Yeah.
it was a really good match for for that sort of
Mhm.
thing. And Bianca Belair has become a lot more solid in terms of the mechanics and stuff. She's great with the physical stuff. She's still not great at laying out a match. It seems she still has to be led through stuff. But
But that's fine,
I
Pedro.
mean that's
As
fine.
long as
Yeah,
you can
that's the
do the
thing.
match,
It's
it's
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. As long as maybe that's her thing, you know.
Yeah, something I've been thinking a lot about. I wish Zeus was here for this, but I've been thinking a lot. I think we all have sort of incorrect ideas about what is working, like in a
Right.
match. Like we always think of like the moves, the story they're laying out, the psychology, this, but we don't often say if someone is just doing character bits and maybe they're not doing much at all. People will say like, "Oh, they're not a good worker," and I'm like thinking, well, maybe they actually are a good worker.
Yeah.
Maybe that is working. Like maybe we're
Yeah.
not, we're not really being,
Maybe
open
being
to.
led is being a good worker because not everyone can be led.
Welcome to Mark Out Mania, where we mark out for the ladies of wrestling's booty. No, that's So here. Oh, James,
Excuse me.
sorry.
Sorry.
Uh, if you ever see AEW fans talking about a female wrestler, if they start praising their work, if they start praising like their potential, their talent, I can almost guarantee you what they're talking about has nothing to do with any of that.
Well, it's a shame because they actually have some good wrestlers. Like I think Tony Storm is good.
Tony Storm was always on the overrated side. We talked about this like before she was ever in AEW, but that time she was in NXT, she seemed to have the most potential she ever had was that time. When remember she got a little bit thicker?
Yeah.
And like especially like her lower half, she just something about that look. It was like she looked like
she was
could
beating the
just
shit out of people. Yeah.
Yeah, she looked like she could legit beat the fuck out of someone. Now, I'm not saying she could actually beat someone up. I'm just saying she looked that way, which is the important thing. You have to look the part, right? And she never looked that promising again as she did then. But people seem way into her right now. But have you seen her latest gimmick, James?
I haven't seen anything in over a month, so I have no clue.
She's smearing her lipstick and makeup. She's doing like this weird Marilyn Monroe sort of thing, and she's wearing almost like lingerie looking gear. And I'm like, haven't we seen this before? Wasn't this the hot mess Laurel Van Ness, Chelsea Green, and TNA?
Didn't she do that? Yeah, didn't she
like
do
she's
that?
doing like a weird diluted sort of thing. I'm like, didn't we see this in TNA with Chelsea Green when she did the hot mess Laurel Van Ness? I was like, what? People are like, oh, this is amazing. This is incredible. I'm like, well, okay.
Well, again, it always goes back to people steal everything from anyone anyway. So maybe that's her version, or she's paying homage to it. But I don't think she's. I mean, I've seen a lot worse in the ring than her.
Yeah. Well, here's James. Here's the thing: if it's an AEW, likely it doesn't matter what they're like. They're doing their worst version of themselves.
Yeah,
anyways,
like I think Ruby Soho's not bad, but again, that's a woman who needs to be led.
She seemed like she wasn't bad when she was in the WWE, right?
Right.
And then she's been just the shits in AEW. So I mean, I don't know what to say. She has a great look, I think. Like I'm not saying she's a whatever. I'm just saying she has a great wrestling look. Like she's got a great gimmick. She's got that song to go for her.
I mean, it's like okay. I'll give you a perfect example. Shotzi.
Yes.
Okay. She's not incredibly talented in the ring. She's good, but she's not like Superman. But her look and her character gets her over. And again, that's another person who needs to be led. But she can be led into a good match. You know what I'm saying?
Shotzi's should be. The thing with Shotzi is too bad we don't have the WWE Network anymore. Let me throw this out there. If we still have the WWE Network, do you know what you could do with Shotzi? The WWE could license out some horror movies, and during the month of October, she could be hosting like the horror movies, like a Elvira type of figure.
Yeah, Yeah.
Similarly, if I was AEW,
Did she
and I
host
had,
a Halloween Havoc that one year?
yeah. Remember,
Yeah.
she wore all those outfits. People to this day are still talking about it, still putting screen caps of her
Yeah.
from it. If I was AEW, and I have Danhausen, okay. Danhausen isn't great in the ring. He's just a funny social media guy. Oh, wait, we're getting Zeus back. Hold on.
Okay.
Zeus.
Hello.
Zeus, you're back
Sorry, I
in
had
signing
to,
autograph, taking pictures?
It was a student he's not in the program, but he was interested in the graphic design club and stuff. So
The mentor at work.
that's right.
Well, I was just saying that
We got the stupid echo again.
AEW or Turner should be using Danhausen as like a horror movie host. They should have him
yeah,
hosting,
man.
like movies. Like that's better use of him than wrestling.
Yeah. When was the last time he was on camera?
I think he's been injured.
Yeah, but that's been like
surprising.
2 years now, right?
He gets injured a lot. Yeah.
A $1.15 soaking wet.
Yeah, he's a tiny little dude. I saw him live that time.
Danhausen.
Yeah, that's where we didn't have the echo earlier. And now it's back.
Is it me again?
I think so. Because as soon as you came back in, that's what happens.
But he was on earlier and we didn't have it.
Yeah, I know. She also
What
has
changed?
an over-exaggerated British accent like the Queen. Yeah.
Yes. Certainly.
Yes. Oh yeah, you got rid of it. Oh no.
Damn it. All right. I'm going to close out the whole
Okay.
browser.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay.
So there's a. So I mean, I'm gonna watch pay. I'm gonna watch
Fastlane
tonight. Yeah, I keep calling it payback. I don't know why, but I'm gonna watch Fastlane tonight. You know, I know it never happened, Pedro. You're right. It's not gonna happen. But I say, fuck it. Pull the trigger. Put the strap on.
I'm not. I would love for Nakamura to have a title, right? To have
Why not?
But
It's viable. He's a
I just don't
former
think it's gonna
fucking New
happen.
Japan.
I just don't see it happening.
IWGP Heavyweight Champion. I mean, it's viable. It's a full count anywhere match, right? Something like that.
Yeah, last man standing.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah, I mean,
You got like 9 million fucking titles these days. Anyway, what's the difference?
I mean, and it's I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like the fake world title anyway. So I mean,
Yeah, but Roman Reigns never wrestles.
I know, but still, James, even if he's not wrestling, his is undisputedly the world title in the WWE. You can't. No one can say anything else. It is undisputedly the world title.
Yeah, I get you, Pedro. Oh, absolutely. B. Brian Bell. I would love fucking Priest to cash in his money in the bank. That'd be
it
hot.
could happen. Fastlane.
Yeah, it could happen.
Yeah, tonight.
How you do it is have Nakamura beat fucking Rollins and then have fucking Priest come in and take it from Nakamura. How's that for a little shock value?
Could happen.
You
I mean,
know?
they just did that at SummerSlam with the women's title.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They did. Now, I hope they don't put the belt on Charlotte again.
J-Day has J-Day has a lot of things. Judgment Day, yes. I'll have to wait till Zeus comes back. I wanted to get into the whole Judgment Day thing with Rhea Ripley and Dominic, but will they put the title belt on Charlotte? It could happen. It's always a threat that will happen.
I want Io. I want to keep it on Io, and then remember what they did with Pedro on the very first night that she debuted on Raw. She won the fucking women's championship.
Yeah,
I want them to do that with Jay Cargill. I would take her off Io. Yeah,
No.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
No.
Why not?
If you want her to have instant negative heat, that's the best way to do it.
Why not?
I don't agree
Why
with that
not?
at all.
Why not?
No.
I'm tired of seeing it on Charlotte. I'm tired of seeing it on Oscar. Fuck Bailey. Why not?
No.
Outside of Rhea Ripley, that women's division needs a shot.
Not if you put the
Because
belt on
obviously
Jade.
they ain't doing nothing with Raquel. Liv Morgan's still hurt, right?
Yeah, I mean, but you don't want to put the belt on Liv Morgan. I mean, come on.
No, I mean it was a good run, but no.
Talking about someone who benefited from being attractive is Liv Morgan.
Oh, damn, Pedro. Damn. Jesus.
Go back and rewatch some of that Liv Morgan stuff. You're gonna be like, she's just making porn faces. Oh, Zeus says he can't get back in the studio.
Really?
What do I need to do? Let me find the link again, Zeus.
Let me send him a new link. Yeah.
Let me throw him the link again.
Yeah, but I haven't seen NXT in about a month, Brian. So I got to check out the whole thing with Becky and Stratton because I heard it was pretty good. I heard the matches were decent. You know.
Zeus, I sent the link again. So try that one.
How old is Stratton? She's like 24 years old, right? She's young, right?
I have no idea.
So, I mean, no, she's going to be good. She's going to be good.
The thing with Stratton, she's either going to do fine or she's not going to do fine. Because I mean, it happens all the time with these blondes. They either do okay or they don't do okay.
Well, what did they do with Lacey Evans?
Yeah, I mean, Lacey Evans isn't even like. I mean, you can come up with a number of them and be like, well. There's no telling.
I like Valkyria. Io Valkyria, excuse me. Or like how many times did you going to change her first name?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what was her name before. Like
it's a Zofia or some shit.
Yeah, Valkyrie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's Lyra Valkyria, you said?
Yeah. Lyra Valkyria. She's always been good.
That's too weird a name. But
yeah. And Blair Davenport, aka B. Priestley.
Yeah, B. Priestley. I'm surprised they didn't put the belt on her at some point yet.
I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if it happens soon, Pedro. I mean, because you're not going to keep it on Becky.
When Mandy Rose was the champion, there was that time they had the three-way with her and Mako and B. Priestley to unify the belts. I thought that was when they were going to put it on B. Priestley.
Priestley, yeah.
But they didn't do that, so I was surprised.
How about nothing? But I got a question for you regarding that.
Okay.
How come Triple H hasn't brought back Mandy Rose? You bring her back. You were talking about instant ratings?
She did an interview recently. Okay, hold on. I got to email something to Zeus. She did an interview recently, and it sounded like she has no intention of coming back to wrestling.
Really? That's a shame. Because
she is apparently making so much money. She doesn't really, and she's making so much money without taking the bumps, without having to put up with the travel. Zeus, I emailed it to you. Yeah, I mean she's got no reason to. Like Zeus said here, Mandy Rose is making more money now than ever. She's not coming back.
Yeah,
I mean
when her character really got good, you know. I mean, it really got to the point where like finally it's paying off, you know.
Yeah, I mean they kept the belt on her a little too long, but
that's debatable.
Zeus. They kept the belt on her a little. Oh my God! Yes, Zeus is back.
That's debatable.
Zeus.
Oh my God. Sorry, I had to turn it.
That's all right, Zeus.
Had to get rid of YouTube.
Everything good?
Yeah. Is the echo back or no?
No,
it
man,
doesn't.
Echo's gone.
Okay.
You got rid of it.
Good
I
job.
I closed the YouTube tab completely, so maybe that helped.
Oh,
okay.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Because
that was it.
they are listening to us, and
Yeah. All right. So hey, did you say you wanted to get into something with Zeus about Dominic and Rhea?
Oh no, it's not. I didn't want to get into it with him. That sounds like Zeus. You ready to fight?
I don't mean
You
like
ready
that,
to throw,
but,
Zeus? No, I just wanted to talk about it while he's around. So on Monday they did that angle with Rhea Ripley and Dominic. So Rhea Ripley cut a promo on the Judgment Day or something, and she was disappointed with how things were going. And she told Dominic if he doesn't win the title back to not bother coming home.
Really?
And social media went ballistic. They went ballistic. I don't know. Did you all see any of
in
this?
that relationship?
Did you guys see any of this stuff?
Like I said, I watched the first wrestling I watched was last night, SmackDown. I haven't seen anything.
Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah.
Twitter, the Dominic Rhea fans. There are so many fans of that couple. I mean, I know they're not a real couple, but they're a couple on screen, right?
Yeah, on screen.
There are so many young fans. We're talking like tweens to teens. All these like girls and kids who are into emo and this. They fucking love these two. And when they did that thing, so many of them were having a meltdown, like their parents were getting divorced.
I saw some of it. People were freaking out, and they were all like, half of them were like, "Oh no, it's like, like if this ends, I won't have a reason to watch anymore."
Really?
Yeah.
These are the days of our lives.
Literally.
Oh man!
But it's like I said years ago. Where, Vince was quoted as saying, if I could figure out how to take the wrestling out of this, I would.
Yeah.
I mean, if you recall, one of the last shows we did, I had said something about how over the Rhea Ripley and Dom are with that sort of audience, the tweens and teens, the girls and the emo kids. They're tapping into a market you don't really see wrestling tapping into.
Nope.
That much. So
well, it's funny because
something about them is just connecting with it.
They're the new version of Eddie Guerrero in China, but instead the roles are reversed because China doesn't have Rhea Ripley's because she's so charismatic, but Dominic doesn't have Eddie Guerrero, like Eddie Guerrero's charisma. So it's like the roles are reversed.
Now, to be fair, James, nobody has
true.
What Eddie had.
True. I totally agree with this, but that's the role reversal right there,
Yeah.
Brian Bell said we are going to
never be Eddie Guerrero.
We're going to have a generation of mammies for girlfriends soon.
Yeah. Mommy! I like when that shit with Paul Heyman last night. That shit was good. He was like, Paul, acknowledge me. I was like, holy shit. Go get her, Rhea. She's awesome. I mean, to me, I'd rather see her right now than Cody Rhodes. Because her storyline's more interesting, Now, if you got Cody chasing Roman again, I'm hooked. But he's not chasing Roman again. He's in a tag team with fucking Jey Uso. So, again, I think they're dropping the ball.
It's keeping him in the bloodline.
I understand that, Pedro, but it's dropping the ball. You're dropping the ball.
But you can't pick the ball up until WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm right.
I know. I'm getting frustrated. Shut up, Zeus. God damn it.
Get out of here with your logic.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Who's saying anything about logic? What's wrong with you, man? No, I know you're right. It's frustrating, Because now all of us will have to go through this whole shit all over again. That.
Yeah, and then don't forget, even if they do make it happen at WrestleMania, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a really good chance it's going to be over in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
So and he may never get to that height again.
Yeah.
We don't know. We have no idea how it's going to fly with no
Yeah.
idea how it's going to fly with people after because what's one of the most famous things that WWE fans do as soon as they get what they've always wanted. Oh, so sick of this already.
Yeah.
I mean, in the
He won
WWE,
the title 2 weeks ago.
I mean, he's high. I mean,
it's all about the
I
moment.
mean, you're right because he's not going to get any hotter than what he is now. It's not.
The in between a lot of times doesn't matter to them as much as those moments, so they can have those collection of moments. But that's what all of wrestling in a way in the moment.
I still can't believe they finally got Carlito out of catering. Fuck.
They wrapped the apple in some caramel and candy, and then he followed. And
I think somebody was just like they were like, we need somebody else to help out the LWO because I don't know why. Well, Carlito's back there. He is.
Well, wasn't that the whole one? I mean,
did they think that is back there?
Well, they're sleeping. Or I mean, he was hot. The paper in Puerto Rico should have jumped on it. That
yes, but it was also in Puerto Rico. I mean,
true.
Yeah.
True.
So I mean, he's.
But you got built to the storyline. He could go in front of he can go in front of Damian Priest's face because they're both Puerto Rican, and they could be like rah rah rah, No,
Maybe showing the importance of good dialogue.
Don't make me tell the Umaga story again.
I can't book the whole shit for them. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What do you mean you can't? Hell, they listen to us anyway.
That is true. Yeah. Don't say
Vince on
anything
his
about
deathbed.
Don't say anything about U-boat.
Mania podcast.
Yeah. Don't say anything else about U-boat captains. All right, there, Zeus, please.
If they put Carlito and Damian Priest in a ring together and they both go rah rah rah, we're all gonna look at James.
Look, if people don't believe it after the submarine commander thing with Gunther,
that was the very next week. We were like, "Holy shit!"
It was a couple months later, but they definitely heard it.
It seemed like it was next week. It seemed like it was the next week. All of a sudden, Gunther was wearing that long overcoat and the fucking U-boat shit.
Well, he had the long overcoat for a few years before.
Yeah, but it was more. but that was more of a Eastern European, like I don't know, but it wasn't U-boat captaining. He had the flat with the fucking buttons. I'm like, come on. All of a sudden, it was red.
I'm looking over Meltzer's most recent vomit of star ratings, and he gave that Danielson Zack Sabre Jr. match 5.5 stars.
5.5 stars.
5.5.
Look at that.
It's like a half star higher than like so many things, right?
5.5 stars.
5.5. It's high, more stars than.
That show, Wrestle Dream, he also gave Hangman versus Swerve 4 3/4 stars.
Okay.
So that's basically a 5-star match.
Everybody's okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, but look, he gave Don Callis family versus Chris Jericho and the Golden Lovers 4 3/4 stars.
Yo, Bushi looked like he put on like 20 pounds.
What were you gonna say, James?
I was like, yo, what the hell's he eating? He's fucking he's fucking loving American food, huh? Wendy's are. No, I was gonna say, people were talking about the Sir Strickland fucking Hangman Page match. Was it actually a good match?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I put the link to that Zack Sabre Jr. match in our deal.
Okay, cool. almost afraid to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's just gonna be like anything. Do you recall recently?
It's no Okada Kenny Omega match.
Well, you remember they did at All Out they did Danielson versus Ricky Starks,
Yeah.
and remember they were saying they were giving that 5. Whoa, they were giving that 5 stars, and I mean I watched it was just a match. It wasn't anything, you know. It's just
It
a
wasn't
match.
anything. It was like blood. Yeah.
I mean it's just the thing. They just say whatever now, so it don't matter.
Now Adam Cole was hurt, right?
Yeah, I believe he is injured yet again. Yes.
Again, right?
No way, really?
That's horrible. That guy's always hurt. He was never this hurt in NXT.
I think we need to compose a song here. I'm made of glass. And my name is Adam.
What in 125 pounds soaking wet rhymes with glass?
I'm Adam Cole. Adam Cole. Break. Okay. Oh my God, that guy's hurt all the time.
I know. You know, they could replace him with you, James. They wouldn't miss a beat.
I'm saying.
They just put a wig on James and put him out there.
I mean, shit, I can do half the shit he does and I won't get hurt, you know?
They put like a tank top on James so they don't see the scars. Like no one still would notice.
Yeah, that's all.
Well,
That's
you know
all.
what? I
Man,
have to
can you
take this
imagine
back.
Meltzer going, apparently Adam Cole had open heart surgery over the weekend.
Adam Cole now can throw an actual dropkick.
Well, no, but James, there's something I forgot. There would be like, how did he get so tall?
Oh yeah, right. How do you go from 5'8" to 6'1"? I don't know. He's wearing lips. Oh my God! Can you imagine? Brutal. That guy's always hurt, man. But David, he wasn't hurt like this in NXT. It's like every time he comes back.
5 years ago.
I know, Zeus, but he was doing more ridiculous shit in NXT. All those stupid war game matches.
He only got to AEW last year, so it's really only been a year he's been in AEW.
He's had 2 concussions. He's had 2 concussions. He's got an ankle. He's got an elbow. Ever since he's been in AEW. Right?
Oh, when you say he's got an ankle,
now,
he's got
right?
an elbow. I was like, what are we talking about?
Isn't the ankles now? It's the ankle.
Oh,
right?
I was wrong. Okay, he's been there since 2021.
Right, there you go.
2 years.
So 2 years. Okay, so in 2 years, and let's see how long he was in NXT.
He's in NXT for at least 5, right?
From I guess 2017 till 2021, so about 4 years, 4 or so years.
Yeah. I mean, he's had the concussion, he's had the elbow, he's got the ankle.
Hey, you know, who was that one guy? We haven't talked about him in a long time, but who's that guy who was with him in Undisputed Era?
Fish?
Roderick Strong?
No, the other guy. Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh, yeah, Kyle O'Reilly.
He's been out with injury as well.
Yeah.
Britt Baker is happy she finally can be with someone taller than her. Oh, if it was James. If it was James, yeah.
Well, you know, Tony Schiavone's taller than Adam Cole.
Yeah.
She hangs around him a lot.
Yeah. Funny to that. I'll fix your molars, baby.
Oh, no. No.
James feeling saucy.
What happened to Bobby Fish? He got cut, right?
Yeah. Apparently, he did not work out at all.
No.
He's been burning every bridge possible since he left. So.
Yeah, he's going to be wrestling EC3 in the NWA here real soon.
Oh my
Oh, is he?
God!
No, I'm just saying, you know,
Oh,
that
okay.
would,
I got it.
that would be on point for him burning bridges with the ultimate bridge burner.
EC3 still NWA champ?
I imagine. I mean, it just happened not that long ago, so I imagine he still is. Let me see. NWA Worlds.
Who's the national champion? Thrillbilly?
What? What? Thrillbilly.
Yeah, Thrillbilly. Who's the national champion?
I'll find out in one moment. Let's see.
NWA. Was it Thrillbilly? Some bullshit like that.
Okay, so EC3 is still the champion, of course. Let me see the other belts.
EC3.
National. Man, that's depressing. If you, yeah, it says Thrillbilly Silas Mason. Yes,
Oh.
won the vacant title after defeating J.R. Kratos and Odinson in a triple threat match.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. Yeah.
It's
If you
exciting.
mean by paint drying, I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Now let's look at some of the other champions from the past. You had Doug Gilbert, Hot Stuff Hernandez, Chris Adonis, Aaron Stevens. Joking. You had Ronnie Garvin. You had Austin Idol. You had Paul Orndorff, Ted DiBiase, Tully Blanchard. Tommy
Recently
Rich.
on Jake Roberts apparently has a podcast.
Oh, he does. I had no idea.
But he said Ronnie Garvin was the best guy he ever worked with.
Get the fuck out of here. No way.
He said
No.
He said we never had to talk about anything before a match. We just go out there and beat the hell out of each other. And he said, and I shit you not, he said, I always could tell when he was ready to do the babyface comeback because his nipples got hard.
Oh shit!
Wow.
That sounds like a Jake Roberts story,
right?
Wow.
And he said,
he's sober.
well, I mean, you know, maybe for him.
Jesus.
And he said that he would check, and if his nipples weren't hard yet, he'd beat the shit out of them some more until they were.
So Jake Roberts is always good for. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I can't. I'm having just trouble envisioning that whole scenario. No.
Makes me, and we can't tell. There's no great footage.
No zooming in the camera, 4K. No. I want to see nipples in 4K. Is it hard? He's ready for the comeback. The one quote that I remember Jake Roberts saying, because while wrestling Jimmy Snuka, he said he would beat Snuka so much that his arm actually went numb. He got tired. He goes, now Jimmy, I'm tired. He goes, no, not yet, brother, not yet. Keep hitting me. And he'd be like, come on, man, I can't move my arm. It's numb.
Brian Bell says that Ronnie Garvin had two moves: the punch and the nipple rocket.
Yeah, Ronnie. I don't like Ronnie Garvin. I never did. I know you liked him, Zeus. I know you thought he was over.
I didn't think he was over.
He was
no,
over.
I didn't think he was over.
Wasn't.
He was over.
He wasn't that over. Nobody loved
James,
him.
Yeah, he was.
James,
Oh,
just
my-
rewatch.
Hold on,
Rewatch those shows.
Wait a minute. Are you going to tell me that he was over as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion?
At first, yeah, until nobody liked how it was handled.
Oh,
Dude, they were calling Ronnie Garvin since like 82 or 83. They were calling him the uncrowned world champion.
I remember that.
Okay, that means that he was as good as anybody in the company. That he just couldn't get a shot, or that Ric Flair was too slippery.
We'll agree to disagree, just like Barry Windham. Okay, we'll leave it there. That's it. Damn it.
I mean, it's okay to be wrong, James. It's
No,
okay.
I was never a fan of his. Nothing
I know you
about
weren't a
him.
fan.
I
I'm
was
just
not a
telling
fan of
you.
his. Yeah, I
I'm
was
just
not a
telling
fan of
you.
his.
There were thousands upon thousands of grandmothers, purse swinging grandmas that wanted Ronnie Garvin to win a world title.
Oh, I'm
Purse
sure.
swinging.
I'm sure. Oh, I'm
Purse
sure.
swinging grandmas.
I'm sure. I'm sure. But he wasn't. But everybody's making him sound like he was Ricky Morton over. He wasn't that. I mean, Ricky Morton was over. And
Ricky
nobody
Morton was
liked
over because he could sell because he was little.
him. Yeah.
Ronnie Garvin was over because he was a badass dude who beat the crap out of people.
Yeah, he was a bully. Yeah.
So are the Road Warriors. Don't say it like it's a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing because everybody loved the Road Warriors. It didn't matter. You all rooted for the Road Warriors to beat the shit out of the jobbers. Break his neck, break his back, take his head off.
Wah, wah, wah.
Just saying, I wasn't a fan of Ronnie Garvin. I wasn't. Him and Lex Luger, same shit.
Man, you sound like my cat. Man.
What?
Oh man. Fucking Zeus. So is anything else good on the pay-per-view tonight or what? Or has no Gunther?
No good.
No.
No, he's not defending his IC strap.
No, we went through the
Pat, Tommy
it
Rich
called?
is greater than Ronnie Garvin. I like Tommy Rich when he was in the FBI. I thought that was hysterical.
Of course, that's hysterical.
Yeah.
You got a bleach blonde Southerner who won the world title in the NWA 10, 12 years before, 15 years before that.
Yeah. Fucking Tracy Smothers was FBI. That was hysterical. Him and Tommy Rich. Loved it. Loved it.
You know what would have been great?
What?
For Ronnie Garvin to beat the shit out of the FBI.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Jesus.
Oh my God! Can you see him? He could have laid out everybody with the big punch. He could have knocked out everybody with the hands of stone. He could have knocked out Tommy Rich, Tracy Smothers, Little Guido, Big Guido, Big Sal.
Yeah, JT Smith, all of them. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah.
One man gang.
I liked One Man Gang. I thought he was all right. He was all right
until he made him a Keem.
Yeah, that was rough.
An Easter egg.
That was horrible.
I think
Keem, the African Dream.
Ronnie Garvin owns used car dealerships in North Carolina?
Probably.
I had no idea.
Ronnie Garvin. He's no Austin Idol.
Oh, please. You talk about overrated.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my God. That guy.
Brian Bell. Imagine how
Austin
hard
Idol
Ronnie's nipples
piggybacked
would've
on
been.
the fucking every baby face he could. And
Yeah, I know.
every dastardly damn heel in the Memphis territory. Why do you think he hardly ever left Memphis?
Yeah. He didn't go anywhere else significant, did he? No, right?
He went to Georgia a few times,
Yeah,
but I mean,
He'll always have
Florida
the
like once, twice, some
he'll
shit.
always have the hair angle with Lawler though. Like he'll always have that angle, that whole thing.
Speaking of Lawler, apparently there's going to be another season of Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh no, they're gonna finally focus on Lawler.
Oh God, who are going to torpedo now?
I think they're going to do Lawler's one of them. I think they're doing they're going to Gentleman Chris Adams.
Somebody
somebody
talk
else.
about his drug abuse.
Yeah, there's somebody else that they mentioned. I was like,
That's the first thing I thought about Zeus when James said Chris Adams. I'm like, oh boy, the critique you're putting out this year about the last season. That was like they're just focusing on the drug stuff. It's like, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's
But
just
Lawler wasn't into the drugs, so we shouldn't be
No,
down with Lawler.
Lawler is into the underage girls. That's where that stuff's gonna be. That's where that whole deal is gonna go.
oi, Pedro, oi.
Oh,
How old was the cat? 18 or 19? What?
yeah, you'll see that stuff come out. I mean, that's a pretty open known fact about him.
Yeah. It was more than one, too, right?
Yeah, I mean,
There was like 2 or 3 of them, 4 maybe.
I don't really care for David Bixenpan, but he has a pretty extensive research on that whole deal a few years ago. So if one wants to find out, they can.
Remember, Chris Adams is going to be Gino Hernandez Part 2. That's what that's going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I mean their careers were just so intertwined.
Yeah.
And they get to tie into AEW and all this other stuff because of the super kick angle. So
Yeah. Oh, God.
they'll love it. They'll love it.
Yeah, but that.
I did see a match of Chris Adams from Japan.
Yeah.
And he did use the super kick multiple times in the match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that was like one of those things where, people just didn't understand.
Well, Shawn Michaels got it from Chris Adams, right?
Well, yeah. I mean,
In the CWA?
Adams was the one that did, really made it popular.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, but you remember they had a feud in World Class. It was Kabuki's thrust kick, against Chris Adams' super kick.
Yeah, that's right.
Great Kabuki. World Class. Awesome.
What was the match you watched, Zeus, from Japan?
I don't remember who he wrestled, but it was one of the veterans. And I don't think he knew that the super kick was a finisher type of.
So he no-sold it?
He didn't no-sell. He just didn't sell it like a finisher.
Gotcha. He didn't do the sexy boy.
Oh, God.
There's a clip a while back. Y'all might remember this a few years ago. They were putting out this clip. It was from World of Sport from the late 70s or something. When they were showing Chris Adams do the super kick, and you could see him slap his leg when he did it. And I was like, man, I never noticed when I was like younger that he slapped his leg when he did it. But
well, that's because we didn't have people slapping their legs every 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
We were not so into finding out the magic tricks when we were younger too. So there's that as well.
My buddy Steven, he was one of the ones that was like, because we got a VCR, or his family got a VCR that had slow motion on it. So that was kind of one of those things where,
Yeah, I used to. The same thing. I should think that about the Cobra Clutch. I was like, yo, how can he get away with that? He can kill somebody with that. How can he do that?
Right.
I put my mom in the Cobra Clutch watch. She slapped me. That's a story for another day.
Oh, hey, James, something else that has happened while you were gone.
What's up?
Pedro read the Meg.
You read the Meg, Pedro?
Yes, I read the Meg.
Really? And?
So, James, we have been wanting to have this discussion with you.
Okay.
You
Okay.
we're now springing an intervention on you.
Oh,
You
here we
know
go.
this.
Okay.
So, you're familiar with the Internet Archive, right? That website.
No, but I'll go ahead.
Yeah, I'll give you the links and stuff.
Okay.
Don't worry. So there's this website. It's been around forever called the Internet Archive. If you make an account on this website, it's free, right? If you make a free account on this website, you can check out books for like a 14-day period. It's digital. It'll be like
Okay.
you have to, you read it like digitally or whatever. But yeah, you can read books digitally. You can get up to 14 days to read it, and so that's how I read the first Meg.
You read the first Meg, and
Yes.
did you like it?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was freaking out. Zeus can tell you I was freaking. I was giving him chapter by chapter updates of me freaking out.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you, Pedro.
And we're like, we got to get James to read this.
Okay, I'll read it. Now,
So
all you gotta do is watch Meg 2 The Trench, and you'll be all right.
It made me so mad. I watched it again. It made me mad.
Oh, come on, Zeus. You can't get mad at that movie.
I'm just so mad. It
You
just
can't,
pisses me
man.
off. It just pisses me off to no end.
James, I'm gonna tell you this. Reading the first book, I was blown away that they made such a horrid piece of shit first movie.
Well, yeah, you knew
off
that's what
this
it was.
book.
It's a money
James,
grab. You know there wasn't going to be a
James.
faithful adaptation.
No, but James, this book is written as the most absurd, over the top action
Really?
movie imaginable. It should be so easy to translate to an absurd, ridiculous action movie, and they could not do it. I'm just shocked. You'll have to read this. I'm going to send you the
Okay.
link to the first
Okay.
book,
Okay.
and you'll have to create an account
Okay.
and stuff to
Do
be
they have
able to
all the
to
rest of the
read it.
books on there too, or all the Meg books on there?
They don't have all the series. They have some of them.
Okay.
Had like the first 4, I think.
Yeah, the first
Okay.
4. So
Okay.
so yeah, what we were thinking was maybe after you read it, we can do like a Mega Mania episode of the.
Okay. I'm down. I'm down for that.
And it really, it's not even that long of a book.
Please, after
Yeah,
reading it, anything's a breeze.
I put it in the Markout Mania
Okay, cool.
thing. But yeah, it says 358 pages. But I mean, I read it
Really?
in like 2 or 2.5 days or so, right, Zeus? Something
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
really fast. It was just a few days.
It's an easy read.
Yeah, I mean, it's written like I'm not making this up. It is written like an action movie. It is not written like this is not the Hunchback of Notre Dame. This is not the Count of Monte Cristo. This is an over-the-top, insane action movie, and it's gonna blow you away. You're gonna just be blown away by this.
Now, okay, cool. I think I'll check that out. But hold on for a second, Zeus. Now, you said you watched the Meg 2 The Trench again, and you were so disappointed. You
No,
tried
I
watching-
was not disappointed. I was mad. I was disappointed when I went to the theater and saw it.
You watched Black Demon, and then watched the Meg afterwards. And
I mean,
then you-
I watched Black Demon.
that movie sucked. That was horrible.
It's a really slow burn, and it's really predictable, and the acting's not great.
The shark is shitty. Horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple other movies that were actually quite good in comparison to that. So
I haven't seen a good shark movie in a while. I have to find one.
I've been watching a film.
I rewatched. Deep Blue Sea, and that still holds up.
Yeah, I gotta watch that again. I love that movie. That movie's awesome. Now, is it true they're doing a remake?
I hadn't heard that.
I hope not. Just let it be. I mean, yeah, the effects are dated and cheesy, but that's the whole point.
They're really not that cheesy. The worst effects the worst thing that they did in Deep Blue Sea, in my opinion, was making the practical effects when he got his arm bitten off.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because you could still see him hiding the actor hiding his real.
I thought the worst effect was after Samuel.
Where he got
gives that speech, yeah.
That was kind of over, but that was over pretty quick. I mean, you kind of knew that was coming.
I like the effect that when he's got the sharks got the guy in the mouth and he spits him at the glass.
Huh.
So I like that one.
Oh yeah. And and overall, really, the acting wasn't terrible.
No.
The scientist girl, she's not a good actress.
No, she's so small.
She might be good in wherever she's from, Romania. I don't know where she's from, but she's not American or English.
Go haunt the castle. Yeah,
and she was not. But pretty much everybody else was either passable to good.
How do you not like LL Cool J in that? Come on, he's awesome.
Yeah.
And like everybody loves Thomas Jane. He's awesome. So.
Yep,
even Ada Tsuru.
Star of the Punisher.
Yeah.
All I got was my whole family got killed, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
All right, so now I got to read the Meg. Okay, no problem.
And like I said, it shouldn't take. I mean, it probably. I mean, as fast as I read, I mean, that's only like 6-7 hours.
Yeah, but okay, 400 pages is not a lot, so
it's not even.
It's like 358 pages, but I mean, again, James, it's don't think of it like you're. I'm not, and Zeus, I'm not trying to downplay the guy's writing. Okay, I'm not
saying he's Tolstoy or anything,
right? But it is like reading an insane action movie.
Maybe that's how he meant to write it. Yeah, maybe that's how he meant to write it.
You're gonna read sequences and events in this thing that you're gonna be like daydreaming, wishing somehow you could have seen this on the big screen. You're gonna be like, oh, I really wish we could have seen this on the big screen. You're gonna freak out.
Well, come on. I mean, 2 movies, Jason Statham beats up 2 sharks on that one scratch and doesn't drown. Or gets crushed by the immense pressure.
You just read the book and you're gonna it's just gonna be insane.
Yeah.
They're like, if he gets the air out of his sinuses, he should be okay for a minute.
That's the best line, Zeus. That's the best line. If the air leaves the sinuses, you should be okay. Oh yeah, and then you're gonna go based on that.
Really, that's gonna stop his head from caving in, or along the rest of his body.
Yeah, he's gonna implode. You're gonna get sucked in.
Yeah.
Oh my God! That's like, it wasn't a bad movie too, and I don't like Kristen Stewart at all, but I thought Underwater wasn't too bad.
Oh,
I expected a lot worse. I was like, okay.
So, like for me, it's
almost Lovecraftian.
Yeah, it definitely had that kind of a feel to it. Where the shit's not always trying to kill you.
Yeah.
I also thought it could have been done better, and not to mention, she is the queen of actor, expression, and
again, yeah. And every time I look at her, I just want to just scream in the face, vampires don't fucking sparkle,
I've seen a number of movies lately. Did y'all, either of you, watch 65?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Y'all watched it?
Yeah.
That was pretty terrible. But Stephanie and I did laugh a lot at it. There was a lot of stuff for us to laugh at.
There's some really preposterous crap, and then there's just some stuff. I mean, it's like I think we've been exposed to what's his name, the scientist who likes to be on social media and podcasts a lot.
Um, I don't know.
Anyway, he's like one of those guys that's always pointing out,
Okay.
things and
Yeah.
and whatnot. He's got good scientific background, and but it's just like the stuff that you don't know, like where because you have to take like helmets off of actors because of they want FaceTime and
Right.
like what's the point of recording dialogue if somebody's wearing a helmet and
Right.
all that crap. But I mean, literally, it's like you take your the same thing happened in Alien Covenant.
I was just about to say the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Zeus.
You take your helmet off in a place where you don't know what's going on,
Yep.
and just because it's Earth doesn't mean that there's not like microbes and crap. Like he could have gotten some kind of virus so quickly that would have put him down.
You said biofilters were negative, so they all took their helmets off. I'm like, you idiot.
Yeah.
But again, it goes back to what you said about you can't have the helmets on if you're trying to record the dialogue and do the acting and the expressions. I mean, there has to be some kind of, there's got to be some kind of suspension of disbelief. But again, it has to make sense,
Yeah.
And like, no astronaut in their right mind, space traveler in their right mind is taking off the helmet. I don't give a shit, no. Oh, the air is breathable. Let's take it off. You idiot. No. So you got an alien stuck down your throat. You hump. No,
Right.
Did either of you watch Shin Ultraman?
No, I did not. I didn't watch Shin Ultraman yet. I haven't watched that yet.
Zeus, did you watch Shin Ultraman?
No.
Okay.
I saw that movie on Netflix, Reptile. I thought that was pretty good.
I finally got to see Shin Ultraman on my birthday because Stephanie got me the Blu-ray, so we watched it on my birthday. That was that
No good?
was it was
No good. You're no good.
Imagine kind of like modern movies cosplaying Ultraman. That's the best way I can put it. They just basically recreated a bunch of stuff from the TV show with this weird sort of thing. I don't know. It was the most ADHD movie ever. Like it was just nothing rested. Nothing could like pause. It was just boom, 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 move. This happening now, go this. Like there is no. You didn't get to reflect on anything. It just constantly stuff was happening. There's no break. They're like, we've got this many minutes. We must fill every single second of this film with something happening. So something was happening constantly.
I'm still watching the Gamera thing on Netflix.
I haven't started it yet.
I started it and I couldn't get into it. And
those kids are annoying as fuck.
Yeah, that was part of the problem.
Yeah. I wanted those kids to get eaten.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. You'll find out what we're talking about real quick. It doesn't take long.
This week, I did watch some horror movies this week since October started. I saw The Midnight Hour, which was some made-for-TV movie from 1985. Did either of you ever see that?
I think I saw that a long time ago.
What's it called?
The Midnight Hour?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
It's got LeVar Burton. It's got Peter DeLuise. It's got Harry Belafonte's daughter. I can't remember her name.
Sherry Belafonte.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It was it was way better than I was expecting it to be, and it was also really bad at the same time.
I watched the Midnight Meat Train. That was pretty good. I haven't seen that in a while. It's good. The Bradley Cooper. It was all right. It was pretty cool. It's an older movie too. It's old. It's not new. But but it's good gore. Yeah, I'm like, all right, it's not bad.
Have either of you ever heard of a movie called Miss 45?
Miss 45. It sounds familiar.
So I watched that. I'm not. I don't want to give too much away, but it's a mute girl working in the fashion district in New York, and she has the most horrific day possible going home from work, and
Mm.
it leads to just a revenge thing, and
Um,
it ends in a insane Halloween party. I mean, the Halloween party has to be seen to be believed in a way, but that was a
I
really
watched that
intense
movie
movie.
with Keanu Reeves. One where the two girls show up on a rainy night.
Zeus
Oh
talked
yeah,
about that
yeah.
a
I've
few
seen
years ago.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they fuck with him. Yeah,
yeah. That was terrible.
yeah. I
I
was
mean, it was
like,
just the situation was terrible.
yeah, I was like, whoa. And yeah, and he was a DJ back in the day, and he was playing stuff, and his wife out of town, and I was like, oh, okay. Where can you drive me off? And then they're in the shower, and then they fuck him, and then they just fuck over his life. I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's like great reason to never answer the door.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not home. I fucking unless it's DoorDash, beat it.
They got contactless delivery.
That's right. If I can leave that shit on my door and just keep the stepping, bitch.
Hey, get
Yeah.
the budge out.
Get out. I got 2 words for you. Bye-bye.
I'll tell you all
thank you.
the absolute worst thing I've seen this week. The absolute worst thing I saw was last night, or not last night, but yesterday. I watched
What?
this Halloween special from 1979 called "The Halloween That Almost Wasn't."
I never even heard of that.
Oh,
Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's got Judd Hirsch,
Oh,
and I can't even explain it. It's just the worst 30 minutes you can potentially spend in your life is watching this movie. This special is awful. It's awful, awful, awful. Avoid.
I got to catch up on shows. I got so much shit to catch up on. I don't even know where I'm going to fit all this shit in.
James, do you
I
watch
actually finished Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
you did?
That last season? Yeah.
That's good. Good for
It
you.
wasn't-
I can't even say that I finished it.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be
Yeah.
because I think people had talked about it so much, and so I didn't feel like I didn't feel like it was anywhere near as bad as what people were making it out to be.
Yeah. I got to find the time because I've been wanting to do it for a while now, but I want to rewatch all of Sons of Anarchy.
I tried to go back and rewatch some of that, and it's it's just because you kind of know what's coming.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a Herculean effort to start all over again.
Like there are some shows that are rewatchable. Like The Sopranos, I can watch that from fucking episode 1 on. But the other shows like Sons of Anarchy, it's just like you said, it's a hard rewatch.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do it, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can sit there and just, because so much stuff happens, so many people die. You're like, oh.
Yeah, because I'd rewatched it. I got up till about the fourth season, third season.
So yeah. So I got back, I had to make sure everything was good with my mom and everything.
Yeah.
And everything, right? So I go over there, make sure everything's good, all bills are taken care of and shit like that. And so I sit on the couch for 5 minutes, and 3 hours later, I was sucked in because I'm watching Below Deck, like a Mediterranean.
Someone
Like,
call
what?
Stephanie.
I'm like, why the fuck am I watching Below Deck? And I'm hooked.
Which draw?
I'm hooked.
It is surprisingly. It is a very surprisingly like you know.
It's a dig. I'm hooked on that shit. I was like, oh my God, you suck as a chief steward. Get off the boat. I mean, like, I'm like yelling at my mom's TV and shit. I'm like, you suck, you stupid whore. Get off. I hurt my toe. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't with these people.
Yes, Stephanie loves those shows, the Bravo
Oh,
shows. She
yeah.
loves them. And yeah, the formula does work. The formula does work. Even like one of the ways I think they get like women's like husbands and stuff to watch the show is they'll always have women like half naked on the shows and stuff.
I said like this, Pedro. I said, Mom, what shit are you watching? And then 3 hours later, I'm having an intense debate with her about the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, Mom, you don't understand. I didn't like that first charter crew. Well, I thought they were stupid. I'm not like, come on, argue the episodes.
If you watch,
God.
like the original Below Deck, if you watch some of those earlier seasons and stuff, you're just gonna be like, you're gonna be freaking out, like, about stuff about the chefs and the head stew and all this kind of junk. You're just gonna be like, oh.
I was watching one episode and the guy kept sending the food back. He was like, "This is bland. This is unacceptable. I don't like this. You know, don't you pay attention to what we said?" I was like, "Look at this asshole." You know, and I was like, you don't pay me. I don't get paid enough money for this abuse. You know, I could never work on a shit like that. I'll punch somebody in the neck.
Yeah, that would be hard. That would legit be hard.
Because you just gotta sit there and eat shit. You know.
Yeah.
Because they pay a lot of money for like a 3-day thing, like $250,000.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot, man. That's not cheap. You know, so. But yeah, I was hooked. 3 hours later, I got nothing done. I was just sitting there watching Below Deck. I'm like, Mom, I get back to the house because I'm back.
James, do you watch Love Is Blind at all? Do you watch?
I saw like
the
3
last
episodes.
Season.
Yeah, I saw 3 episodes of the last 4 episodes of the last season. Yeah.
The current season.
Has you know who turned me on to that? Fucking Lux.
Yeah,
Lux.
The current season, Stephanie and I have been keeping up with it. I think they just released 2 more episodes this week. When you were talking about Puerto Rico, when you were talking about the Carlito and stuff earlier, I kept thinking about it because there's a girl on there named Lydia, and she's constantly being like, look at me, I'm from Puerto Rico. I'm a Puerto Rican girl. I'm Puerto Rico. She's saying this all the time, so it popped into my head.
Idiots.
You'll get it if you watch it.
Yeah. Well, I get it. I'm a Pat Puerto Rican.
Yeah, you're right.
So there you go. Like, shut up, whore. Not I'll say in Spanish, cállate puta. So it's I don't, But I got to read the Meg. I got to watch the Danielson match with fucking Gumby. All right, so any other match I got to watch?
You do not have to watch that match, James.
No, come on. I want to see how bad you guys are telling me.
I mean, I just
listen too.
I just watch highlights.
I told Pedro too. I said, if you're going to read the Meg too, I'm going to go back and read it again because I haven't read it in years.
Okay, good. So just read the first book. That's it, right?
Yeah, read the first book, and then we'll after that we'll have an episode about it, and then we'll all do the next one, and we'll start our book club, the Markout Mania book club.
Markout Mania book club. I'm gonna bring over tea and fucking crumpets. Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So I gotta watch that. I gotta read that. I have to find time to watch that Ilya Dragunov fucking match because I heard he won.
Meltzer gave it 4 3/4 stars. James.
Lord, please stop.
I haven't watched any of that, so I haven't watched any of the NXT stuff. I heard about it.
I want to watch the Tiffany Stratton match with
Becky.
Yeah, because I heard that was pretty good. You know. And
You gonna watch Fastlane?
I'm gonna watch Fastlane tonight, and I gotta find somehow to watch Edge's fucking debut in AEW.
Oh, I can probably find that for you if you want. Do
Okay.
you want to watch the? Okay, my question: do you want to see both the debut and the pay-per-view, and then you want to see the other stuff? You might be able to see the other stuff on YouTube. You might be able to find all of that on YouTube.
Okay,
actually.
okay. I gotta find out because I heard he was supposed to. He came in the ring with Christian Cage was in the ring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you can, James. So if you go on YouTube, type Adam Copeland AEW debut,
Okay.
and you will find a 5.5 minute clip from the AEW official YouTube site from the Wrestle Dream, and then you'll also find a nearly 18-minute long clip of the whole segment.
That's the actual
him
match.
And Christian Cage.
Oh,
No,
okay.
him and Christian Cage from Dynamite.
Ah,
This week's Dynamite.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
perfect.
yeah, if you want,
All right.
if you want to spend 23 minutes watching AEW and Edge, you can.
Well, I want to see why the people are bitching how he betrayed Vince. Please, betrayed Vince. Fuck out of here.
You broke my heart.
I'm not the biggest Vince. I am not the biggest Vince McMahon guy. You know that. You know I said you should have left the business a long time ago, but nobody betrays Vince. Vince don't give a shit. Okay? I mean, come on.
Time heals all wounds.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Hogan left him in the lurch. I mean, come on.
I don't know if Hogan left him in the lurch more than. I mean, they were trying to get rid of him.
I mean, you said it, Zeus. The fucking Jeff Jarrett fucked him over.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he literally.
Yeah. Him and Warrior. Him and Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior fucked him over too. Pay me. Oh, I walk out at the Garden, no less. He got ball escape.
Well, I mean, not just that, but I mean, Warrior wasn't even showing up. So.
No, he wasn't.
So that was a huge problem right there.
James, I'm posting the links in the Markout Mania thing for.
All right, cool. Thanks, Pedro. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's I don't watch. The minute I start wrestling, the fucking minute I stop watching, everything happens.
Yeah.
People jumping ship, Jay Cargill, this, that, and the third. Either Dragunov wins. Rhea Ripley's starting to throw a dime out the house, sleep on the couch. You hump.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell's going on over here?
What the hell?
Well, it's called Things Happening, which, to be fair, that there's been a lot of times where nothing happens. So
yeah.
Do you think Jay Cargill shows up tonight, or no?
No, but I did see a thing where they said they're thinking about debuting her on Raw.
Really?
Yeah. Which I think would be a huge mistake.
Really?
Not
even NXT Raw.
Yes.
Ooh, that's balls. Okay. All right. That's some balls, but okay. You would think you want ratings for NXT, you put her on NXT. You know what I'm saying?
Put her on that NXT.
Yeah, let her run roughshod.
Do what now?
Let her run roughshod at NXT.
Oh, okay.
Here are my 8-pack abs. All right, now give me the belt.
I thought you said something about a love shot. I was
no,
like,
rough shot.
I'm like, this is not. We are not doing the referee Aubrey's getting railed thing again, James.
No,
this is not that kind of love shot.
Aubrey. There once was a horse. A horse.
2.
1, 2, 3.
Sorry, I meant like 3.
Sit, good dog.
This the last episode of the show.
We'll be canceled any minute now.
Yeah, it's all right.
They'll be like, earlier, there's the shot at Lawler.
When did we start? 2018, 2017?
2018.
18.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
2017
5
we
years.
started. 2017 we started talking about doing it, and I was having like computer issues or whatever.
Yeah.
Then the 2018 we started doing it, and then yeah.
The winds of the horse, so horse, so horse.
So anything going on? Are we good for next week or?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm
I'm
good
just
for
gonna
next
catch
week.
up. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm ready. I just gotta catch up on a lot of shit. So
Yeah, we've got we'll have stuff to talk about. Fast Lane. If you read Meg, we'll be
yeah,
talking
I'm
about
gonna watch
Meg
Fastlane tonight. So I'm gonna, and I gotta tell Heather that I'm rooting for the Orioles. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
When you said
Orioles.
wrestling, oh yeah, go on.
No, I was gonna say that because I love the baseball playoffs and it's like the second round starts today. So let's go Birds. Orioles all the way. Everybody else can eat one. I hope Fastlane is good. I'm gonna watch NXT on Tuesday because everybody and their mother's supposed to be there. So
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, I'm kind of curious to see what happens.
But the funny thing is that'll get you to watch that, but it won't get you to watch SmackDown or Raw.
right, yeah, exactly, right, exactly.
Guest stars to get James to watch NXT, but he still won't watch.
Yeah, and it's funny because they had me. I was a loyal NXT viewer because I would watch that over both. I would watch that over Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
And they had me, and then they fucked up. So, Vince, man.
Yeah.
So,
Now they're trying to get you back.
I miss NXT UK.
Yeah, I missed that one a lot too. But
Yeah,
it's
that was
gone.
good, man.
Yeah,
You know, yeah, that's gone. It's gone. But
yeah.
yeah. So Zeus, you got anything to promote? Anything to plug?
No, just I'm almost done here with page 1, the coloring. I'm thrilled.
Nice.
Shout out to Jason Carr, and for all the help.
Cool.
And
I can't wait for the book is done, man.
yeah, me too, buddy. Everything's moving a lot faster now. So
Yeah, well, I hope so, yeah, because that whole process you were explaining before on the pre-show, that was brutal.
yeah. And y'all remind me to have YouTube completely turned off.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
See, I have my YouTube on, but I got the volume turned off on my YouTube.
Yeah, mine was turned off too, but apparently it didn't like that.
It's
I'm trying to think what's on Friday the 13th is coming up, so I'll be doing some kind of special Friday the 13th
Yeah.
stream.
You're gonna sing
on
wearing a
Twitch.
hockey mask?
No, that would be too difficult.
Okay.
You got to think about the whole logistics of that. That's not going to work out.
I mean, why? I mean, come on, it could be done in
Not.
Alien Covenant.
Keep in mind, I have to be able to see, so I have to have my glasses on. It's really hard to wear hockey masks
Glasses with
glasses
hockey
on. But yeah, I will be learning some Friday the 13th centered songs this week. But so we'll see. But yeah,
you should just do a whole hour of.
Yeah. You know what? I should make a loop of that just playing in the background the entire stream.
Yeah, exactly.
This will not drive anyone crazy, no. Thanks Brian Bell for hanging out with us.
Brian Bell.
And we'll see y'all, God willing, next week. And adios.
Peace.
Oh.